Greetings, Rev J here. Thank you for joining me for your middle of the month reading, your Tarot by Tribe series. I'm going to be doing these just a little bit different for this mid-month of April, and just first want to thank you all for being here. This is an M for mature audiences only channel, so please only be watching it if you are a legal adult wherever you are, and if you're also okay with strong messages and language, because occasionally they are. I'm going to be doing these messages just a little bit different here for the middle of the month. I've gotten tons of inquiries, people asking me pretty similar questions or lines of questioning, and so I've been putting together a slightly different spread. I'm actually going to be doing 12 separate videos instead of my usual 4 by tribal element, where I'm going to be breaking these down using a 5-card spread, where we actually take apart what the theme is for the month. I'm only going to be using major arcana for that, so that we can get a really strong theme of what Mercury Retrograde is all about. So this is actually probably going to carry beyond the second part of April for most of y'all. This is to kind of help you get through some of the things that might be otherwise quite tricky. We're also going to cover what you're leaving in the past, what your lessons are, what you're carrying forward for a better future, what's been on your mind, mental blocks primarily, and we're also going to be looking at subconscious blocks. And so basically this is going to be like your way to hack out of anything that might otherwise be somewhat precarious and catching you at unawares during Mercury retrograde. So you might also want to check, in addition to your sun, your moon, and your rising, my Mercury retrograde survival kit. It's an 11-minute video. It's actually linked in the description box below. And also just to let you know, if I have enough time this weekend, I might also be doing separate relationship readings or love readings for all y'all too. So I'm trying to get to that. It's just been really busy. I do business consulting too, and I've been in a business boot camp, and I'm like recovering from being on some antibiotics too, so it's just been a really hectic time for me. But I really appreciate all of you who've been there for me, and all of you who support my channel and share my content. Huge thanks to those of you who have ordered personal readings from me, and especially those who have sent me cash tips too. Really appreciate you guys and gals and others, and you've just made it really great for me. I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary of this YouTube channel, and it's been wonderful. So thanks for being there for me. I love being there for you, and I'll catch you on the inside of your reading. Hey, what's up, Cancer? Happy middle of the month to you. Hope you're doing great. Doing these a little bit different here for the mid-month. Like I said, the intro, excuse me, I'm sitting on an exercise ball here. I'm actually using the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck to do this 5-card spread for you. For the center of the reading, we're going to be using just the majors as a theme for your Mercury retrograde. And this spread is kind of like just, it's supposed to be a little bit of like a hack, just in case you find yourself with some weird things going on and are looking for an additional way to analyze it. We're going to go over the overall theme. We're going to do take a look at what type of sort of mental blocks you might have, subconscious potential blocks, and what you're leaving in the past from all of this, and what you're kind of bringing forward as a future awareness or lesson. And they're saying it has a lot to do with some radical transformations right now for a lot of y'all. So, you know, definitely getting a really strong indication on that. So what I'm going to do is just shuffle these cards here, and once I lay them down, I'm going to pause this video, and I'm going to flip a camera so you can kind of see what I've got here on the spirit board. Alright. Mental blocks, conscious block, living in the past, and this. Alright, so got it all dealt, and congratulations to whoever got it. I heard some of y'all might have been looking for a new job or something, and we're seeing a real good thumbs up on that, so this might be a time for that. And despite what things happen in Mercury retrograde, a lot of things can go reversal. But I don't know, I was just seeing a really good indication for somebody about a new job. So hopefully that's for you if that's the case. I'm going to hit pause here and I'm going to flip. Let me go ahead and flip your cards here. That's what your spread's looking like. And, all right, so central in your reading here, we've got the Empress showing up. And that could either be a person that you're dealing with right now. That could be somebody that's central as a theme here. A lot of times this is a wife or a mother. Sometimes it's just somebody that's heavily Venusian influenced. This could be somebody that's got a lot of Taurus or Libra in their natal constitution that's playing a significant role in this retrograde cycle. And she's also a really good symbol for people that are interested in fertility. She's somebody that is a highly fertile individual. Potential mental blocks here. Interesting. You got this Three of Wands reversed. And I want to say Taurus actually got this same card as a subconscious block. I'm kind of going through these a little quick, so I can't remember everywhere. But you might have a dealing with a Taurian person. You might want to cross-reference that reading. Subconscious block. Ace of Swords in the upright. What you're leaving behind. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And the lesson moving forward is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot about career for some of y'all and just some changes. You know, they're talking a bit about a time of fertility that is actually coming after a time where, you know, either there wasn't a job. I'm hearing, you know, about some unemployment, or in some cases just unfulfilling job, or maybe just a job that just, it was just something that you just didn't want to do anymore. You know, I'm seeing about somebody kind of changing a function with what they were doing and going into a much better time. And it's kind of interesting how they're showing it to me too, because, you know, this Eight of Pentacles, actually you've got a couple of Pentacles cards here, so, you know, there could be dealings a lot with people that have strong earth element in their natal constitution. So, you know, somebody that's maybe, you know, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. And again, we did have this card that could be very well Taurian nature, and Taurus did actually have this card show up in their subconscious block. So definitely getting a strong Taurus vibe for some of y'all. You might have it in your chart or be dealing with somebody that's got heavy Taurus, but they're talking about people in some cases. In other cases, we're talking about jobs, things that we do, and the ways that we can sometimes block our own progress, because something's wanting to progress here. Even though they're both showed up reversing, we got an Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. You know, there's a progression here that wants to happen here. This is somebody that loves what they're doing. And this is somebody that's doing it really well, setting themselves up, you know. And this is somebody that's very fertile, that can just kind of call it into action. And what they're showing us here is somebody that, if they loved what they were doing here so much that they weren't even paying attention to anything else, well, I didn't really mean to throw that, but I did. Yeah, they're saying, you know, for somebody, it was just like, you just had to cast something by the wayside. They didn't love it anymore. Something that you have not enjoyed putting yourself into, or that wasn't paying off, is trying to change now. That's what I'm hearing, Cancer. And they're saying what you really need to know is that there's a fertile time here at hand, and that there's a lot that you've learned about the different ways that maybe just mentally you might have blocked yourself. They're saying some of it has to do with the way you've allowed yourself to look at yourself and to consider
the actions that you've taken as you're waiting for rewards to come that in some cases never came. And they're saying, you know, if this is hitting you in a specific place, because it's possible that somebody could come back now, or opportunities could come back. In some cases, the challenge, your subconscious block potentially would be whether or not you're willing to listen to the truth, which is often a double-edged sword. That cuts both ways there, guys, gals, and others. And they're saying that whatever wasn't paying off before probably won't pay off in the future. So there's a cautionary note here. Something didn't work out before. It kept winding up like this. And then, you know, you want to block yourself again because you want something from an ego standpoint that maybe didn't work out or pay out before. They're saying just don't let yourself be fooled again. I'm hearing in some cases you're going to feel it right in your gut. It's going to be like somebody literally like punch you in the gut. If that comes up again and you start feeling that, that is something to pay attention to here, Cancer. Because not every opportunity is a good opportunity. And what they're saying is that the biggest challenges you could have right now is not being ready, willing, and able to stand for something that's actually in alignment with you and that's in alignment with your truth in such a fertile time where you can literally just create literally a Midas touch situation with things that you love, because all the energy is present here. They're saying what you're leaving behind is the way that it didn't work before. And to keep in mind, I'm hearing, you know, talking to me about some people that might have, you know, here's a couple threes again here. You know, maybe it's somebody that even has, I don't know why I was hearing Aries, but I was hearing that they might have Aries in their chart. They might be somewhere like, you know, late March birthday is what I was hearing. And just to be cautious, because in some cases, you know, there were things that you knew on a primal subconscious level, truths that were there, that were evident, that were not being really paid attention to. In some cases, that's what was thwarting, you know, any material success. Well, it might have been putting a block on your money in some ways. So they're just saying keep it in mind if this is registering for you right now, because it's a very good time to just realize that the feelings of lack are being left behind as you embrace the truth that you actually feel. And there's some really strong feedback on that right now and how fertile this time is. And this is a fertile card here. It's a very fertile card. This is a card of abundance. And, you know, this is somebody that's generous and that is really doing well. And when we're leaving it behind upside down like this, it's a feeling of not enough a lot of times. This is somebody that's just like not feeling fertile, not feeling abundant, not feeling like it paid off, not feeling like they're set up. And they're saying right now, the theme is a very abundant thing. So just keep it in mind, wherever you're feeling it right now. They're saying it's punching you in the wallet a lot of times, Cancer, and it's up to you to be willing to hear that truth when it comes, even if it's a little bit blunt. So that's your message here for helping you out with this Mercury retrograde and at least the second part of April. Hope it's helpful. Let me know if I can do a personal reading for you. I'd love to take a look for you. And if I don't hear from you, just take care. God bless. And I'll catch you again in a couple weeks. I'm back for your monthly reading. Bye, Cancer.